And the interesting thing about the Jay-Z album, like discography, is that I think like every album of his has its own identity. It doesn't feel like Blueprint 1 and Blueprint 2. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fight 96 podcast. I'm your host, Hunter Foreman. This is like, yo, bro. People don't understand how long this has been in the works. Like, this has been in the works for a really, really long time. I met this dude about a year ago through a mutual friend, and there was just something like there was just like I fuck with him. And I figured out he was a rapper and he makes great music. And I kind of sat there and I was like, and then we, as we got to know, me and him, like, we just clicked. Like, he had the same passion for hip hop as much as I did. And I was like, then after that, this has been my brother. So finally, Brennon Cole is on the program.
That's what I'm talking about. One hell of an intro right there, my guy. Yes, man. Love, man. I appreciate you, bro. For real. It's all love. It's all mutual respect on this side, bro. Like, I think exactly, what you said. I think the love for hip hop
Was
what
the
this,
yeah?
You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
It was just I just like seeing just like the drive and passion for something that I take, so close to me as a person, as an individual, that you have, so much love for. So it's so cool to see, the passion that you have and what you're doing with your gift, and not as a recording artist, but someone that loves just what music is.
I love what hip hop stands for, bro. I love every single element about it. I you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, the purest form of hip hop is battle rap, and that's what I've been, doing. So, and my love for hip hop like started in June, like really like began junior year. Like, yeah, junior year was when it was going, because like this like, it was just something about it. I heard, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, they reminisce over you. I was playing NBA Street Volume 2.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
that was it. That was it for me. Like, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just saw something and you were just like so enamored by it. And you're just like, what? And I heard that song and I was like, bro, what is this? What is this? And why has nobody told me about this? So I'm thinking like, all right, so I just dive in. I started researching, bro, and while I was a younger kid when the whole playing NBA Street Volume 2. Like, I didn't start researching hip hop till like my junior year in high school. I've always
What
been.
year was
This was 2013. Like, I know I hate saying that because, but dude, I've literally been listening to rap. No, hip hop.
2013 was the introduction to hip hop?
No, like, was the history lessons going back into the 90s and listening to different eras. Bro, you're talking to a kid who would walk around and
I graduated high school
in 2013. I graduated in 2015.
Okay.
So, like, the interesting thing about that, like, I always say it's the interesting thing, but it is. The interesting thing about it is, like, I always knew that I was gonna be like some type of journalist. You know what I'm saying? I always knew I was gonna be some type of journalist. I loved watching the news. I loved, you know what I'm saying, like, seeing what they like. I loved watching ESPN. That was what it was, and I was like, damn. So when I like figured out like what I really wanted to do was be like a journalist, and then I just couldn't find what to report on, and then I started reporting hip hop. I was like, this is it for me. A hip hop journalist is what I'm supposed to be. I know like I just spent like a good 2 or 3 minutes like just rambling for a second, but I had to say that.
Please.
That's what I had.
I want to know because I want to see where all this is coming from.
I don't know where it comes from, bro.
85,
83.
83. I want to see where episode 82 from down, where it
Yeah.
came from, man. Because I'm so interested in the fact that you're able to, one, create this content and it's just you, solely you. And you're at that, like, what would you say, what level would you say that you're at right now as far as a journalist?
like, I mean, I'm still like an amateur, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still got a lot of work to do, but I mean,
How proud of you?
I'm very proud of I haven't, I mean, like, I haven't really, like, I really don't try to like pat myself on the back because I was still want to, you know, I'm always focused on the next thing, but like, my thing is like, it's weird, like when people are like so like there's people who like don't listen to like hip hop, but they're like they see the passion. They like I don't listen to this, but like yeah, but you really do like you. Yes, bro. This is like if hip hop was if hip hop was like like a
Bro, you need to teach.
like bro.
You need to teach a class.
It's about hip hop. I could be a hip hop teacher. Yeah, a hip hop teacher.
No kidding. A hip bro, facts. Like, and what's crazy is that I was talking about.
You know, ninth. You know, my favorite producer, Ninth Wonder, already did that, right?
Really?
Yeah, at a college in New York or North Carolina, one of the two. Yeah, it was literally a school on rap. Like, it was literally like a lesson on rap, and I was so like, I was like, what? It's like, bro, I gotta like.
What was the curriculum?
I
was it like,
I don't have that. I couldn't.
Kindergarten through, or was it just like high school?
No, it was just a class.
It was just one.
It was just one class. It was like a class, and you just you know what I'm saying? Like he would like just say like these were the first MCs to like win Grammys and stuff, and like he would just like literally like the history, like talking about like MC Shan and shit, like you know what I'm saying? What was the show on Netflix about that was no, it was about the kids. It was the like in the 60s or 70s or 80s maybe, and they were kids. And there was like, damn, it was on Netflix, and it was really, like, I don't know, like it was this. I don't know why this is escaping me, but like,
the kids, it was on Netflix.
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
What era?
This was like this was not in the 80s. It took place in the 80s, and it was like about Grandmaster, it was like Grandmaster Flash and shit. Like it was about like when hip hop started, basically. When DJing, I think it was called like The Spins or something like that.
Was it based? Like was it? Okay.
Yeah, like it was crazy. So like and then I like, you know, I went back and seen like, dude, I think I dove even more like my like research or whatever you want to call it. Like I think I dove more when I damn, you're breathing hard as hell in this motherfucking mouth. That's what threw me off.
I ain't got no headphones on, so I didn't even know.
Bro, yeah, I know, I got you. You got you. Like, I was just like, damn, this motherfucker breathing hard as hell in this motherfucking. Holy shit. But anyways, I forgot. I just lost my whole train of thought. But no, like, going back to like the history and shit, like. I got like I dove like further and further, like even more like when I watched Straight Outta Compton. When I watched Straight Outta Compton like for the first time, that shit was insane. Like I was like I need to, and because I rarely remembered that Ice Cube had a solo run. I rarely remembered it, and I was like, yo, he kind of put out some hard shit during that solo run. Like think about that, bro. He put out Today Was a Good Day. He put out the check yourself before you wreck yourself shit. You know what I'm saying? He put out the America. No, this was after. Remember this was the bro. Remember when he left?
Okay.
This was when now pay back some motherfucking like my bro, like that shit is fuck you, Ice Cube, haha. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. That shit is crazy. Like I was but what really actually like got me into like going backwards to the 90s was Wu-Tang. Right. Yeah, that was the first like if I like when I wanted to start listening to like hip hop, I had to like I was like, all right, what do I gotta like, you know, where do I go? Like, and then I just like I kept seeing like Wu-Tang everywhere, and I was like, when was this Wu-Tang? I listened to Wu-Tang. It's all I listened to junior year. All I listened to. I'm talking about the individual albums, the Only Built for Cuban Links, the Liquid Swords, which people like. I feel like damn, it's only 9 minutes. I feel like I've been talking this entire time. Anyways, Because I can go on this shit about it. That's what it is, bro. I can talk about this shit all day. That's what the passion is. But it's like Liquid. I think Liquid Swords is like does not get the credit it deserves from GZA. Like it's it's very layered. It's super layered, like the lyricism, the beats, the theme around it. It's got this old, because Wu-Tang is like Shaolin, like samurai shit. Like it's based off of there, and it's as a dope name, Liquid Swords, bro. Think about that. You're known for a sword being some type of like a solid material, but Liquid Swords though, like that's, I know like that sounds really crazy, but think about that, bro. Like Liquid Swords, that's hard. That's hard. Like that's hard, and he has a song with Method Man called Shadow Boxing. That shit is in, like for real. He says like he's like my style broke motherfucking backs like Kim Patera. And if anybody listen, I'm a wrestling nerd, but like he said bro styles like my style broke motherfucking backs like Kim Patera. Like Kim Patera is a wrestler from the '60s that invented the backbreaker. That bar, that's what I'm saying. Like. Jizzes be the flow was too slang for these coke killing. That's what I'm saying, bro. The Wu was too slang for these coke killing labels, and we had hints since I seen Aunt Mabel. They doing all this and like Kane did. Able when all their money's getting stuck till like I'm under the table, bro. Jizza was that dude, bro. I hate to start so hot, but like on this episode, but like I gotta like bring the energy, like, bro. Jizza was that dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was that dude.
And that was an introduction for you.
Yeah, that was when I heard that. I was like, "What is '90s hip hop?" And then I just got engulfed in more and like kept up with current. And then I got to underground. Like I went through. You know what I'm saying? I researched it like it was like a science or something like that. Like people like research like to become doctors, and you know what I'm saying? I treated it like that. It was yes, you probably.
You can see the passion in it. You can see the passion in you. You can see. What I love is I see, like I said earlier, bro. I see a professor type. You're 23 years old, bro. And I feel like an amateur when I speak when I talk to you.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
About when it comes to like about the history of hip hop or just like.
I don't mean to make you feel like that.
No, bro. And I humbly say that, bro, because I mean, in you know, in some cases, you know, it's because you take the time to see. For me, hip hop is. I have a love for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I have a deep love for hip hop, and there's levels to it.
Yep, there is.
You know, and then you took the baton with it. That's what hip hop is for anybody. I mean, you can have different levels of love for hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You took it to a different level. You know?
That's crazy, and the word obsession does not ever come up at all. It really doesn't, because it's like there's an obsession. There is an obsession for it, because it's like, bro, like I listen to every day, all day. It's 24/7, bro. I'm always thinking. It's like you know what I'm saying, I made a mixtape like 2 years after I graduated, probably. Yeah, like 2 years after I graduated. Like I was in my bedroom at my parents' house, and I literally spent like a good 6 to 8 months making a mixtape. And it was one of the best times of my life, because I have never like you work out, you use your brain muscle. Like I've never used my brain like so hard. Like I would get headaches all the time, but like I was like really trying to like make something. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be, but like I'm glad that I went through that process. Like I went through the like, what's the name gonna be? What's the, you know what I'm saying? What's the concept? What are you doing? Like, is there gonna be skits? What you look for, bro? It's bro, right here. But yeah, that was that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about like making a song, or like talking about like beats and stuff. Like the idea of a song, of like making a rap song, is really interesting to me. Like you can get it, like the where the ideas can come from, where the ideas can come from, where inspiration can come from, because inspiration can come from crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so that's what enamors me. Like hip hop like evolves. It's never gonna go away. It's never gonna go away. It's always gonna live forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's people we had to leave behind, but the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes like rap got a bad name for a little bit, and now it's kind of starting to get its respect. You know, more rappers are getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, like, you know what I'm saying? And I can't wait until, you know what I'm saying? And I will always, that's why I always say fuck Gene Simmons, because Gene Simmons said he can't wait till the demise of rap. And I was like, this is coming from a legendary Kiss, you know what I'm saying? You're a legend in yourself. And it bothered me a lot. So, like, for real, that's why I say fuck Gene Simmons, because, like, no. What's a world with a world without hip hop? Nah, bro. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in it.
What, you know?
Yeah, like I understand, like, but I'll be honest, like there was a time and period, probably like a year and a half, where I didn't listen to like one rap song. It was I went on this indie rock, like, you know what I'm saying, like thing where I discovered all these underground like Australian, New Zealand bands, and just like they were just making really good music, and like two twins by the name of Tegan and Sarah, and I was like, and it's just like, this is dope. And then like just alternative music, like just, you know what I'm saying, like. And then what brought me back was Kendrick Lamar. That's what happened. Like Section 80. Like when I was like I could easily go from like you can be just a person who just loves like just music. People say like, oh, I love all kinds of music. Like, no, you got like one specific genre that you like. Me, I don't give a fuck about what's hip hop doing right now. That's and Kendrick Lamar brought me back to that shit with Section 80. Because I heard that smoke good, live good, live good. Smoke good, eat good, live good. I heard that shit and I was like, what? Somebody in this current era is making like some 90s classic shit? Yeah. So that's really all I got to say. Even in 17 minutes in, I know we still got a lot to talk about, but like but the hip hop portion's out the way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I didn't mean to steal that show, but this was like I said, this has been in the works for like what, a year and some change.
I say I got back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So it was right around, like I said, about August, September
Mm-hmm.
of 2018. So yeah, I say about a year and some change,
Mm-hmm.
around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And we were just like, we're gonna get you on a podcast, and the schedules never lined up until now, and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna work, because if you're hearing this episode right now, you also need to go hear the previous episode that'll be out, that is out right now. It is featuring my a good friend that I met, you know, ever since moving out here. Her name is Chris David. So y'all need to go check that out. But enough about me. I feel like I spent 20 minutes talking about me. No, I had to get that off my chest a little bit. It's all good. So where did this start? Where did we got to start from the beginning.
Okay, I think, well, first off, shout out to Beige.
Yes. Shout out to Beige.
That's where everything started.
This is where it started, yes. I'm talking, well, actually, what I'm talking about.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I just had to say that.
Yes.
Because without, she did, and I'm going to say backstory real quick. And then I'll
yeah, go ahead. Get to that.
Question. When she told me, she friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that you would like him. What you mean? She was just like, I just, she, Maze is ditzy. That's my girl. Oh, that's my ride. Like, I love that girl. Got a whole lot of love for that woman. So, but, it was just funny because she was just like,
I grew up with her.
Yeah. She was like, I really think you like that. This, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I just kind of brushed it off.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
And, man, it was just like that first time when we linked up, bro. It was just like, oh, okay, this man is this guy's serious. This guy's really with the craft, man. This guy's really with it, man. So it was just dope because she knew exactly what it was. It wasn't no BS.
Yes.
This is somebody that I think you need to link up with. And now here we are.
Yeah.
A year and a half later.
Yeah.
And I think we've come a long way.
Yeah, like for real, like I wasn't driving to say I picked you up in a different car this time. I didn't had a whole nother life, but from that point till then, bro. We always kept in contact and everything, and you know what I'm saying. Like I always paid attention with what you were doing. You know what I'm saying. I loved Live from My Heart. I told you about the first song, which Real One. That's the one for me, bro. That's the one for me.
I appreciate that. What did you like?
Because it's just that one sounded natural. That one sounded like that was for you. You know what I'm saying? It was like you entered the right passcode. Like that was. And it was crazy. That was just it was like a smooth catch. It was like a smooth first down. That's what that was. That was a smooth first down. Like you know what I'm saying? Like slant, pow. You know what I'm saying?
It was
like
more of a respect. I think it was a sense of I wanted to be more creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do something that I hadn't done before, as far as just like writing, making something that was catered towards the women.
And that's it. And this is an interest. And it's like. That's an angle I don't think anybody really has touched. Like, it's really, that's what I'm saying. That's why it works for me, because it was different. It was like, wow, I've never heard something like this.
It was because with the third verse, that was my favorite verse. I'm not gonna front. That one was gonna hit your chest. That one, yes. I was like, I'm gonna put some work into this one, bro, because it was like I need to give the perspective of a woman, because that's what raised me, was a woman.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's crazy, because like I had both parents in my life, but like my dad was in the Air Force for 21 years, and he was like he was gone most of the time, but like he still, of course, like my dad was in my life. Like I don't want to get to that point, but yeah, he was. But he went to the Air Force because he wanted like us to be good. Like he wanted us to have a great life, and that's why I have like the utmost respect for my dad. Like my dad, like me and him may butt heads, but that's a man right there. Like if I can be at least a 16th of what he is, bro, like I'll be good. Like because he provided for us. He did everything he possibly could to provide for his family. But it's weird because like my mom was the only woman in the house. It was my dad, my older brother. Like that was the, and you see, so you're talking about how women raised you. Like I was raised by a woman, but surrounded by males.
Let's see, and it was Pops.
I know that sounded weird.
Yeah, no. And Pops was like, I always say that my mom raised me, but my dad made me.
Mm-hmm.
Like meaning Pops was still around, but he had like 2 to 3 jobs at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like really the only time Pops was around was when he had to like discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like tear shit up.
Yeah.
That was the only time he was really around the house.
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming him. I'm not mad at him at all. He was doing exactly what he had to do. Pops was from a third world country, Kingston, Jamaica, coming over first world. Yeah.
Wow. So you're part Jamaican. Okay.
Yeah, bro, for real. So it was a different type of scenario where he came from. So,
mm-hmm.
So he's trying to make it happen for the most part, and he did what he had to. And but I tell you, this is the product of it. So that's why I say he made me. Mom was the one that was there, on the day to day, wake up, go to sleep type shit.
Go to school.
So it was just like a perspective of her, and dealing with what it looked like from that perspective, and really like that, and like dealing from my relationship, because it kind of happened. It's crazy because it kind of happened like I was a product of my pops, pops cheating at times, and me cheating as well. And so it was like the perspective of it felt like
there you go.
It was definitely past relationships on my behalf, and from my mom's perspective as well. So just a mixture of both, So and then it kind of ties with the fourth verse. Is kind of just goes into a perspective of a child speaking, which was kind of me at the same time. So it's like me having
this was the one where you're like, I've been meaning to talk to somebody about this, so let me just put this in a song real quick.
Like, let me see what we can do with this, see where we can go, and there's gonna be a video to it as well, but we really want to
this is the subject matter is too raw and too like you can't just you know what I'm saying, put yourself in a dark room. You can't Nas one mic this. You remember the one mic video? You can't do that to this.
This is something. This is we're gonna take some time with this, and that's the reason why with these past couple of songs that we've had, why we haven't had videos out with Law from My Heart, bro. It's just I'm a very visual person, and I want to take time, and I want to.
These things do take time, and it's like you have your day to day kind of like stuff, which I have to ask. Like I know you because you were formerly in the military,
right?
But day to day, man, like when you made this transition, like were you like nervous?
I mean, what's crazy about it is like I always knew that I was gonna do something,
So did I. Have the same feeling. I didn't know you didn't know what it was, but I'm gonna do something.
Like I'm like, man, this regular 9 to 5 shit, I don't like it. It's not me really, but I'd say nervous, not so much. I think I was nervous back in like 2015. Opening up for other artists as a hype man, but after that first couple of shows, it was just too easy. Because music was. I always loved making music. I always loved being able to write music. Writing music at the age of I'd say I probably started around like 16, 17.
Just writing shit.
And just like not really taking it serious. For a little while, but then it just was I don't have the bread to really do this the way I want to do it.
That's always the number one excuse, though.
And
right?
it is, and it was like but I'm gonna focus on playing basketball more so. And then one thing led to another thing led to another, and just kind of put the book down. But then like getting into radio was what really kicked it back into gear, and just being from the perspective and the journalist side, and just interviewing artists, and this was in college, for like 3 years. And so just like being on that side and doing it at the local level, I just kind of just told myself like I think that this could be something different, and I think I can do a lot better. I think I can make something happen, and that's exactly what we did. We took that route, and I linked up with my brother Booker Bradshaw, and we went to one show with each other. We were opening up for Swayze, and this was in Alabama. Yeah, this was in the Tuscaloosa.
Baby, be my Corona line. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. What's crazy is, man, so we opened up for Swayze, and cool dude. Dude was pretty chill.
Well, there's like, it's a black dude and a white dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So real chill, and we went out, and this was like.
Was this when they were popping, or were before they were popping?
I'd say after.
Was Corona and Lime already out?
Yeah, Corona and Lime was already out.
Oh, okay.
This was in 2000, like.
Oh,
15.
damn! Because
So
Corona.
what Corona line was that? Corona. What
It was buzzing. She was buzzing all over me.
Yeah.
She was buzzing all over me.
That shit was going in.
Yeah.
Right. So back then, and it was just dope because it was crazy because we were so far away from home, and 16, 7 hours away, we were able to get on stage and people were showing love and was really, really rocking with us that night. And I was just the hype man. So I took that chance and I said, you know what?
You know what?
I like doing this shit. And I got a lot, I got a lot of love for this. I think we can do this full time. And then just went home and just started making music. Just started making music and making music and making music. And then it just transformed into a passion. But at the same time, like from managing other artists and seeing how other artists work, like I was like, you know what, I need to put a lot of work into the business aspect of it.
Yup. That's what's. Yeah.
That's the real goal, and that's how I know, like, because my thing is, and I'm a little bit different from your average everyday artist, but like, I'm more of a person of let me get to know my fans. Like that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to know my fans. I want to be able to share like a genuine like bond with my fans to where when I deliver music and I create something that is just like really genuine to me, that I know that I can hand somebody something and they're gonna take the time to actually listen. You know, and why don't I try to do something like this with every person that takes the time to listen to my music? You know, because we try, like I said, we want to go the independent route as much as possible. You know, we don't feel like we gotta be as big as Drake. We gotta be as big as Kendrick. You know, you gotta be as big as everything good.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be as big as as some of the greats. But I do want to be able to connect with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as far as from the business aspect of things, you know, taking it to another level, like we want to be able to not just focus on making music. We want to be able to touch other revenues and other avenues and other types of forms of sources of income.
Rather just be instead of just going in one lane, you want to dip yourself in a little bit of other lanes. And I like Rock Nation is a very good like blueprint. See what I just did there? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? If you caught that joke, hit the like. If you caught the joke, hit the like. But like that's it. That's what you wanted, and if that's what you wanted, you rather be like. I mean, yeah, hip hop will be the passion, but you also want to be like, get sponsorships and making sure that the deal's right. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure your deal with whatever record label you end up signing to is correct. You know what I'm saying? You distribution. You want to make sure you're doing everything correct before you just be like, nah, give me the 360. I just want to get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember reading about artists and then they will fall off. Like, I remember reading about Fetty Wap, and this is no disrespect to Fetty Wap because he put him in Jersey, like he brought some attention to Jersey. And, Jersey has a lot of battle rappers, and those two, Arsenal the Rebel and Sue Surf, they are starting to get some attention now. But I really think the person who opened that, the person like who just was able to get like a mainstream kind of attention was Fetty Wap. And Fetty, like, I remember when fucking Trap Queen came out and everybody was just could not stop playing. And then 679, and then you know what I'm saying, like, and then My Way when he did the remix with Drake. Like, Fetty was at that point in time was the man.
Hits.
He had hits, and then I don't know what happened. He couldn't. It went here, and then it was, and you rarely hear from him anymore.
I mean, I feel like, and no disrespect to Fetty because I don't know his case. And
Yeah,
I don't know what type of deal.
I don't know because now if there was personal problems, then I understand. Then I want to make sure you good. But like, it sucked because I was like, man, he could have stayed up there. He could have been like Wiz. He could have been like, you know what I'm saying? Because Wiz did the right thing when he got there. He stayed up there. When he got up to the it's the mainstream billboards, like Black and Yellow, like #1 song in the world. What? Oh, I'm gonna stay here then. I mean, I'm still gonna rap. I'm still gonna rap, but I'm gonna stay here.
And I think, and this is I think from a perspective of when, because I don't want to be that type of artist that when I get to a certain point, okay, now, because how many times have you, once they signed, you know where I'm going?
I know you're going with this because J. Cole said this in an interview about him not, it's like you thought that, the money, the fame, you thought that was gonna make you happy, but you know that's not happy. That's not you just basically explain the true meaning of happiness. I don't want to butcher the quote, but that I get. That's exactly where you're going though.
Okay.
Like that's where I think you were going.
I'm going from the perspective of, okay, so I lost my train of thought.
Hold on, bro. You gotta think about this. This fool really went like he had his hand and he just went like he just like swished the Cavassier. He said, and I just lost my train of thought. Like his hand was like rotating, like he was just some Cavassier. But we were talking about like marketing yourself, like you know what I'm saying, like how Wiz when he got up to the top, like he stayed there.
Yes, and I think you gotta think of a perspective of, okay, well, do myself as an artist make mainstream music that I believe I can stay making mainstream music for that longevity of time. Some artists gotta ask themselves that question.
That is true because it's like, can I be on a track with Taylor Swift? Can I be, you know what I'm saying, make a pop song? Can I make a pop song? Kendrick Lamar was on a Taylor Swift song. People have to understand that. Yeah. That's why Kendrick is a super. Well, that's why the Kendrick is. That's why like he is where he is, like because he can do tracks like that, and still and then go record a Damn or a To Pimp a Butterfly, bro. Like he's like another person that I think can do that is like there's Wiz, there's Kendrick. I think like the baby's starting to do that. Like,
my bad. I gotta use the restroom real bad.
All right, we'll be right back.
Yeah, my bad.
Sorry for the brief intermission. But when rappers figure out how to stay at the top, like Drake, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, when they dip over to the pop side just a little bit, like that's when they just start raking in like just millions. When they do that, like Wayne can make a song with Katy Perry or you know what I'm saying, or Justin Bieber or something like that, and then be like, what is this? And then pop fans start listening. That's so easy. I don't understand why people don't understand that. That's such an easy concept to understand. If you want to make a lot of money in rap, you build your name up, do your thing. You do one hit song with a pop star. That's it.
I got a song I want you to listen to later on, and want your opinion on it.
Well, guys, it's confirmed. Brennon Cole has a pop song in his life.
All I said was I got a song.
I mean, then again, I wouldn't be a journalist if I didn't have speculation. If I didn't have speculation, but yeah, like it's just been it's been really interesting. Like 2020 has been I've said interesting like 30 times, but 2020 has been off to a weird start. First things first, I want to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna. That was not a day that I expected to wake up and say Kobe Bryant passed away. I didn't expect to read that. That's a legend in basketball, sport, and culture. Period. A basketball icon, an icon. So, I just wanted to say that, and then just I don't know, man. Like 2020 just came. Like, Australia is like, you just told me, like, Australia's like halfway on fire right now, and it's just like, I don't. It's hard to say, like, oh, well, we're in 2020. It's just because 2020 sounds cool. 2020 sounded cool. 2020 sounds cool. It looks cool on a when written on a piece of paper. Like 2020, we were hyping it up, and we were we're saying like 2020 is gonna be this great year for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, but man, January was just like, nah, fam, not today.
I think right now we're just at a low frequency. And it's gonna take, because you also gotta look at it from so many other ways. Like it could be a lot worse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's things that could be a lot worse.
Because think about 2,000 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 20.
Yes.
How?
Yeah. Year 20 or you know what I'm saying? It was probably like 20 AD or like.
People had to worry about certain being eaten by saber-toothed tigers.
Yes.
And from a perspective of people dying by the thousands, and you seeing people die. So it's like,
bro, there's an of course there was an ice age. There was an ice age. There was the dinosaurs here. Like, the Earth has gone through some shit, bro. The Earth has gone through some shit.
So now it's our turn to go through some shit.
Yeah, bro. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like the Earth, like. It's just like, and plus the weather. It's also the weather. The weather has been terrible, especially in Dallas. Like, if you live in Dallas, the weather's been terrible.
What's it been like out here for you?
Wet and cold and just gray outside. Yeah. And like, February is interesting. Like, but there's another fun fact people don't know about me. People are talking about the cold here. I was not born in Texas. I was born in Omaha, Nebraska. But I've lived in Texas for over 20 years. Okay. Over 20 years. Yeah. So
you went back to Omaha at all?
I've never been back since. Since I moved when I was like 4 probably. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's like, like, there's sometimes, like, I want to be that person. It's like, it's my hometown. Yeah, it's my hometown. Like, but no, like, I don't, like, Texas is my home. Texas is my home. Like, I would say, like, oh, I'm from Texas. Like, because that's where I, like, learned everything from here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, but talking about the cold, it's just, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like January was just, like, let me get the bad shit out the way. That's what I'm thinking. Like, let me get the bad shit out the way. And then maybe, sprinkle some of it, like, here and here. But, like, we just, like, it's like, the universe was like, we're going to put the bad shit in January, and then we're going to sprinkle it the rest of the 11 months. That's the way I think it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's like, some of that stuff could have waited. I would have rather, and this is weird to say, but, like, I don't want people to be getting shot. I don't want people to be dying in helicopter crashes. I want people to just live old and then just poof, you done.
Long prosperous.
Yeah, like, I want to be like 100 and be like, and then I look back and I'm like, I had a great 100 years, and I guess it's my time to go, and then I just go. Like my grandma married my dad's grandma. That's how she passed away. So I wasn't like, of course I was sad because it was like, but it's like,
how old was she when she passed?
It's like 96. And it's just, there was nothing wrong with her. She just got too old, and that's just like, and I wasn't as like sad about it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, I didn't think a whole lot about it when she passed, because it was like, she lived her life. That's all that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? That's all that I cared about. We would get her roses every, like, for her birthday. That was my parent. That was the gift that they used to give. Like, they would give roses to her every year for her birthday. That's what she got from us. So, like, So and those roses, thank God, they were buried. They were put on her plot. So I thought that was a really. That's when I was like, okay, like that's when I was like, I can, like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I just want to like, that was really nice. So, but no, it's just been like just the times are just changing. Like everything is changing quickly. Not just like for me personally, but just around the environment, man. Like, like there's a news story like every day. Something crazy at least happens like every day, whether it's in your personal life or whether it's on the news or some shit. Like I know I don't talk about politics or religion, but like the political side of the current news right now is just insane right now. What I'm hearing, it's insane.
Let's say you, like, do you think the politics are a distraction?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're a distraction. It makes politics. I don't necessarily. I was raised to. If you don't know something, just don't act like you do. I'm the type of person that if I'm talking to you and then you start talking about something else and you're like, why you get all quiet? And it's like I don't have anything to say because I don't have the knowledge of the topic that you're talking about. I can't say anything about politics because I don't have that type of knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna act like I do. Like I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, oh, I'm this and yeah, absolutely. If I don't know something, I'm gonna be man enough to say I don't know. Like, and I feel like that is gone extinct a little bit. I think everybody wants to. Yeah, everybody wants to be respected and loved when back in like the old, like back, when our parents were, are young, or you know what I'm saying? Like when they were in school and stuff, like that shit was earned. Everything was really earned. There was no like cell phones and there was no YouTube back then. There was.
Could you imagine life without YouTube, bro?
I mean, I could, but it would just be like I don't know what you could possibly like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you could possibly do. Like YouTube is like YouTube introduced something so different. It's like you can post videos of anything you want on this website, and other people will watch. And it turned into this gargantuan size like monster. Yeah, like people like.
Bro, I remember when YouTube was it 06? When was YouTube?
I started like fucking with YouTube like 08, 09.
I think like for me.
I think it was, but I think 2006.
I think 2006.
Let's can we fact check that shit? Because YouTube is like YouTube. Yeah, it was 06.
06?
Yeah, 2005. But February 2005, yeah.
Yeah, about 5 or 6. I remember, man. It was Dave Chappelle. That was the first.
Really?
That was the first episode I watched. Or first video I watched on YouTube.
First, I don't think I remember the first video I ever watched on YouTube.
Piss on you.
That shit was so oh my god.
My boy Keon Draco.
Bro, that shit is I don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
I don't even remember like the first video. No, I'm lying. When do you remember Ray William Johnson?
Yes.
That was like the first like my introduction to YouTube. Okay. Was when like he was like =3 and shit. That shit was so funny. Okay. That shit was so funny to me. I was like, this is dope. And then like I would watch all of his shit. And then like as it got newer and newer and newer, I stopped watching it because I was like, it was evolving. Like when people say like, I think Logic said this. He's like, people are always gonna love your old shit, and then till your old shit becomes, or till your new shit becomes old shit. They're never gonna like the new shit because they're gonna like the old shit better. Like people always like say like, Kush and Orange Juice, what's Khalifa? Kush and Orange Juice, but they don't like Rolling Papers 2. You know what I'm saying? Like until Rolling Papers 2 gets like becomes old and it's like, oh wow, this old shit is dope. Like you know what I'm saying? You have to let your music age first.
I feel like because I'm one of those people, bro. I feel like Kush and OJ was like,
Yes, because it's the mix. It was almost. It was at a like, dude. It was like the most famous thing on the internet at the point. Everybody was talking about it.
Who hasn't?
Listen to Kush and Orange Juice
Bro.
because it was so different.
Yeah. I mean, it was ahead of its time.
I mean, I remember. I'm such a hip hop head. Like I remember being extra excited about Christmas, not just because it was Christmas, but it was because that's mixtape season. That's mixtape season. Everybody knows the holidays are mixtape season. Lil Wayne with the Dedication. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill with the Dream Chasers. You know what I'm saying? Fabulous with the Summertime Shootout shit. Like, mixtape season. We're going to get some mixtapes. So, go to, fuck iTunes, fuck all that shit. Like, Dat Piff live mixtapes, Spinrilla. Tune in. Because that's, like, during those times. Like, when Dedication, like, there's some shit that hasn't been released like on Apple Music or sold or like beneficial like singles and shit like free music, basically just free music. There's a lot of great free music out there. Like you can just get it for free. You don't have to buy it. Like there's a lot of free. That's what people understand. Like okay, yeah, Apple Music will sometimes upload it. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of free mixtapes that rappers have put out that ended up on Apple Music. Like Wale released a 17-song mixtape called Summer on Sunset, and it was a free mixtape, but he ended up putting it on Apple Music.
Is that the one with like the Miami Vice?
Yes, yeah, it's about where he moved to LA.
Yeah.
Like that was mixtapes were like, that's why. And you know what's crazy? Like my favorite album of all time is a mixtape. It's Summer Nights by Joey Badass. That entire mixtape, like that's my favorite. If I could take one like album to listen to, like yeah,
That'd be the one.
that'd be the one. Because it came at the perfect time in my life. It came at I would listen to it and I just would find myself just like just being mesmerized. I was like, damn, that's when Joey became my favorite rapper, when I heard Summer Nights. When he became my favorite rapper of all time. That's when it is, because it was that good. It was that good. Like from verse 1 on song 1 to verse 3 or 4 on song 17. Like from top to bottom, that was the one. And like people have this interesting thing about like rap, like the commercial side of it, but they don't know the underground side of it. The underground side of it is insane, dude. There's, like I said, there's a lot of music. So if y'all are just sticking to Apple Music and Spotify and stuff, nah, man. You got a lot more to look forward to.
I feel like it's a lot of like. I feel like we've gotten to the point where these moguls, these giants in the game of streaming, have just completely overshadowed the mixtape game.
Yeah, it sucks.
It really does, because and I'm for myself, I'm with the Giants. I really have shot away from the Spinrillers and the Dat Piffs. Because I remember at one point, you had your like 08 to like 15.
That's exactly what it is.
Those were prime years before streaming was really.
Because it was free mixtapes.
It was free. We was like, well, we can listen to this for free.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's before we were.
And then Dedication came out and gave us,
because we were still downloading.
Yeah.
Off of online. We were still doing. Line. We were the generation of LimeWire.
Yeah.
Crosswire,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Rhapsody. Yeah, Rhapsody.
Napster.
Yeah, Napster. My bad, Napster. And I think Rhapsody for me was my very first streaming platform.
BearShare.
See, so like we weren't accustomed to doing that, to paying for it. Now
Mhm.
these kids, they don't know what it is like to go to
You,
shit.
bro, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand. When there's a different like mixtapes you can drop like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Apple Music, at 11 when 11 strikes, there's gonna be new music every Friday. I'm at 11, at least over here, or whatever time zone. You know what I'm saying? Apple Music, that's the new music's gonna be on there. Mixtapes, man, it's Christmas Day, but you waiting on the tape to drop. You waiting on the tape to drop. That's what I loved. I remember going on Twitter, be like, "Where's the tape, bro?" Like, Wayne, where's Dedication 6? And then all of a sudden it just drops on all the live mixtapes, Spin Road. That shit was dope, man. That shit was dope. That was so much fun because it's like you stay up, you're like, yo, like, and then you follow your favorite rapper on Twitter or Instagram, and it says, yo, mixtape, Thanksgiving Day mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're like, damn, I get some free music. That was what it was, bro. Mixtape seasons are always holidays. It's always the holidays. Like, I mean, and then another one like what Drake dropped that. If you're reading this, it's too late. Day after or day of Valentine's Day.
Bro, that was. I remember waking up and I was at my boy's house on his couch, and I got on Spinrilla
Mm-hmm.
because this was like 14, 2014 or so, 14, 15.
15, because I was in school.
Yeah,
I was in school.
Because
some random, and I'm gonna hold on. I gotta say this because this is funny, and then I'm gonna get back. But like, I was in school, and this girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but she was like, "Yeah, Drake dropped another album," and like coming from her, you would be like, "What do you know about rap, bro?" That's what I'm saying. I was like, "What do you know about rap?" Like, I was just like, I was super judgmental. Like, I was just like, Drake dropped a new album. Like, shut up. Like, you probably found like Comeback Season or something like. No, and then I look, and she was like, "No, he did." And then I looked at it, I was like, "Wait, is this for real?" And I went back and I listened to and I heard When I heard Legend for the first time, I was like, "Oh my God, this is we have a new Drake mixtape, people."
new chapter, that was
Like, fam, yeah, like, do you know there's so many gems on that album?
Oh, yeah.
Know Yourself, Star 67, Brand New Beretta, Can't Wait to Let It Go. Oh my God. Six God, You and the Six, Jungle, Company, like,
These are all classics.
yeah, bro. But people get mad at me because I say Nothing Was the Same was my least favorite album, and I did not like that album because people think it's like his best work, and I'm like, no, it's not. Worst Behavior was the worst Drake song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Worst Behavior.
Worst Behavior is terrible.
That's the worst song.
Yes.
That's the worst Drake
Worst
song.
Behavior is terrible. Worst. Motherfucker never. Like, bro, you're trying to be like Diddy, bro.
Fucking never loved.
I hated that shit.
I love the video.
Like, I only like Tuscan Leather.
I'm trying to think. Tuscan Leather is a classic.
Yes,
That's
I like.
honestly
Of
top
course, I like Pound Cake.
That's top 3 for me. Tuscan
Like,
Leather is top 3 for me.
Let me see. Let me pull up the Apple Music because I literally only like a few songs off of Nothing Was the Same because it's like I just think Take Care is the one. Take Care is the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. That's the best Drake album. Period.
Okay.
Okay, so
Look,
oh shit. So I only have Tuscan Leather, Furthest Thing, Own It, From Time, Too Much, Pound Cake, and Come Through. That's it from that album. The language is okay, but I don't bump that on a regular basis for me to like that. Started from the bottom, people ruin that. People
that was a
ruin that.
hit.
And it got overshadowed.
That was a hit, but it got way overshadowed.
Yeah.
Way overshadowed. It was. I mean, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, like when he just started from the bottom, and then all of a sudden it's like in every single commercial. I'm like, bro, like come on.
He knew what he was doing with this.
Like, what else was on there? 305 to My City. Yeah, that don't do nothing for me. Connect, Wu-Tang Forever, like, yeah, because I heard he was supposed to do like a remix of Wu-Tang Forever with like Raekwon and Ghostface, and like they were shot a video and everything, but the video never got finished. So like I was kind of sad too. That would have been crazy.
Even from the big level that they're at.
Yeah.
Still just
Well, Logic was one of the first people to get the entire Wu-Tang Clan on one song. When he came out, like, what was it, like, it was last year. Because Kevin Gates released Luca Brasi 3 the same day. Yes, I remember that. And that was when Carter 5, that was the day Carter 5 was released. When Carter 5 was released, Logic dropped a Young Sinatra 4, which was a mixtape series. But it was this time it was released as an album. And then Kevin Gates, Luca Brasi. I remember that. I remember that Friday, that weekend, very vividly. What?
That was a hot weekend.
That was a hot weekend because Carter 5 finally came out. And everybody was like,
how'd you feel about it?
It's underwhelming. I have to say, I'm not. Funeral was better than Carter 5. And that's like, and I know that's like a stab in like me because I became a fan. Dedication 1.
It wasn't well. I mean,
Funeral would have, if you would have put Funeral and just put Carter 5 over it, I would have took that. And then I would have added like Uproar and replaced. I would take a couple of songs from there. Like I'd probably take Dope, the one with Snoop Dogg. Hitters. I got hitters, Waldy. Like, bring the windows back up, money in the air. Who said white man can't jump? Like, yeah. Like, I put that over there. Uproar was just a hit. Uproar was a hit. I was like, out of everything in this album, like, Uproar becomes a hit. And I'm like, I knew that was going to happen because this was... I didn't like the X feature. Rest in peace, though. I didn't like the X feature. I just didn't...
I need to take a thorough listen.
Yeah.
Because I was just shopping around.
Yeah, like... And then... But Funeral was... I feel like Wayne freestyled that whole entire album.
Yeah.
I feel like that was completely freestyled. Because if you listen to Mamma Mia, that shit was freestyled.
But it was still a high five.
And
it was like old school. It was like old.
And see, the thing is, people.
Easy,
This is the concept that I have been hearing about that album was Funeral, and I hope, and this is kind of like the current music that's going on right now, but like, because I always talk about current music that's on right now, but like Funeral, like. The concept about it is apparently this is every Wheezy personality on an album. And I was like, I thought of it, I was like, huh. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, mixtape Wheezy. That's like Mamma Mia probably. Like that's Mamma Mia or something like that. And then, like it's felt this I'm not gonna say it like this. I think this felt like a mixtape. Funeral felt like a mixtape, and that's not downgrading it at all because it's great. I like it, but it just gives me a mixtape kind of feel. It's a very loose concept. It's not, what I'm saying, there's not a rule like story because when the Carter comes out, that's the good shit. That's when when Wayne's in the studio, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do a freestyle. We're gonna actually make a song, and this one's for the Carter whatever number he's working on. I still think the Carter 3 is the best Lil Wayne album though. It's the Carter 3, bro. Like Mr. Carter, not President Carter. Comfortable shooter. Like, please don't shoot me down. Like a Millie. Let the beat build. Like, come on, bro. Lollipop. Like, that's Lil Wayne's one. That's his one. Like, but I have to ask though, like, cause we all, you, me, and the third person I'm about to talk about, we've never met them, but we're a big fan of them, and we all shared. You share his last name. I have my middle name is this, and we're talking about J. Cole. J. Cole is to me. one of the best new art, top 3 best. This generation, this new generation belongs to Drake, Kendrick, and Cole.
Enough said. I think.
End of sentence.
Did you say your middle name is Cole?
Yeah.
My middle name is Cole. Yeah. My last name is Smith. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right. That is wild.
Because of course.
And then go yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I remember I always be telling stories on this, but this is good content. This is crazy. But I met this. I'm just gonna say this person. I met this person. She was a female. One time, right? One time. This was on New Year's. And you know when you like meet somebody, especially a girl, and you feel like you don't have to try hard because she's hella cool.
Right.
That. You know what I'm saying? So when I met this person, like I was like, okay, like it's like I just gotta be me. You don't gotta be like, I'm the gentleman and be like, not you just. I just gotta be me. I just gotta be me.
Right.
And I'll get to J. Cole in just a second because this ties in. Okay. Off of one, this was around Christmas time. We had a white elephant party the next time I saw this person. We, off of that one interaction, she bought me 2014 Forest Hills Drive on vinyl.
Damn.
Off of one interaction. And I know, like, and it's, but what I mean by that is that, like, J. Cole's music is a gift. I know that sounded crazy and that transition was wild, but like think about it. Like 2014 Forest Hills Drive to me could be his best album.
Yeah.
That was perfectly executed. I mean,
I can second that. The entire concept, the documentary series behind it, the story. Just storyboard behind.
That should have won a Grammy.
Yeah, I don't see why it did.
I don't see why J. Cole gets his first Grammy off of a lot.
Feature.
Off of a lot.
Feature.
Yeah. My thing is like that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how I guess that's what the game that they had planned for him. But
And you can see this. How much did he care?
it was I think he cared because that was a great.
It was a great accomplishment.
No, the song was amazing. That was on 21 Savage's best album he's ever made. Because he actually started like making like not trap music. He just made just regular like rap. Like A Lot is a hip hop song. To me, that is a hip hop song. I feel that. So
I love the whole spurt that Coleman on.
he did a feature with Moneybagg Yo. Crazy. Did you hear the Anderson .Paak one?
Yeah, bro.
That's the best. Like the all the features, bro. Even the black even the Pretty Little Fears verse, like. But I mean, I told you when I heard Under the Sun for the first time, I was like, I'm with. This is the good.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Online?
Yeah. Under the Sun is amazing, and the fact that compilation got nominated for a Grammy. It didn't win, but it got nominated was insane to me. What other
Is it though? Just to be honest.
What?
It being nominated with having that many people on the album, of course it's gonna be nominated.
I know, but like, people have
I'm not hating.
record labels have put out. No, record labels have.
This is an amazing compilation.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you putting fire with fire.
No, dude, you have to understand that because labels have tried to make compilations like that. You know, the last time that like a group, I think the last time a group that won a Grammy, like as a group, was Wu-Tang. When they did Wu-Tang Forever. The 2-disc.
Yeah, I can't.
The 2-disc. That is, and people will arguably say that Wu-Tang Forever is the best double disc album of all time. And I'm like, you really say that for Life After Death? Like, and they're just like, yeah, like this shit did win a Grammy though. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, Wu-Tang Forever, bro, won a Grammy for best rap album. You know, Outkast, Speaker Box Love Below.
That was one of my first albums I ever had.
I think that concept was so amazing. They were just like, there were two people. Let's just make two different albums. And have smash hits on both of them. When Hey Ya came out, bro.
Yeah.
When Hey Ya came out, bro, it was a rap.
That was a rap. Everlasting.
Yes.
Everlasting.
Like, that's a moment in time.
As a kid,
listening to that.
As a kid, being able to just grasp that. I remember it was the Nickelodeon Awards. And I remember watching Andre 3000.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
And sitting there, just getting up as a kid, and I'm just, slimes going everywhere or whatever. And I was watching it as a kid, but I just remember that was one of the vivid memories that I remember. Like, but just as a child and being able to see that as hip hop, and like thinking like now, if I was 20-some years old and I'm seeing something like that, those type of people, legends, being able to do something for the kids on that type of level, and that type of music still be so relevant in all the aspects, like that's hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
That's hip hop.
It's such like a,
when you can be commercially accepted.
yes.
And
it's something, and you know what I'm saying, when J. Cole got I don't even know when he got commercially accepted.
I would say with Workout.
Yes. And when that happened, I was like, yep, we're good. As soon as he did that, because that's not steering too far away from his
True.
like, and now he's making music he wants to, and it's still gonna sell. I think that's what you kind of have to do. You kind of have to, like I said, reverting back to what I was saying earlier, like you have to dip in the pop lane just a little bit if you really want to make money. Because now, like, you got to dip in the pop lane. Like J. Cole did Who Dat, or not Who Dat. He did, because he wanted Who Dat to be the single. Remember on the first album, they said they.
What's funny is that Who Dat was like the first song that I had ever heard of Cole. Right.
First one was the Dead President's freestyle off the warm up. Yeah.
What's funny is that I thought Who Dat. I saw a video and I was like, who is this?
I saw the first time I saw him in a video was the Miguel video. The other, the Miguel song. Now that you're gone,
Yes.
gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, who is this? I thought J. Cole, like, he looked Mexican. I was like, who is this Mexican dude?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, and then I heard him and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I heard him rap on Dead Presidents, and I was like, this is amazing. And then I heard before Too Deep for the Intro, and I was like, I'm a fan now. And I was just like, this is, and then ever since then, bro, like, I don't know, Cole's always been a Land of the Snakes is the one for me. That's my favorite J. Cole song, period. It's Land of the Snakes. Because I remember driving my old vehicle, and this is when I just I didn't listen to it when it like came out, but like I revisited it like when I graduated from high school, and I would be driving past, like, it'd be nighttime, and I'd just be roaming, I'd just be driving to drive, like, and right before the sun goes down, like that little dusk when it looks outside where it's not, the sun's out but it's not out, you know what I'm saying, like it just looks dusk. I'll fucking love that shit. And every time I think about it and I drive, I play Land of the Snakes, because I was like, it looks so cool outside and it's the weekend, like shit was like this, It wasn't like up and down. It was even. Like everything was cool. Everything was at peace. And it was like, damn, like this is nice. And that's why I always love Land of the Snakes. Shit I used to roll down Lewis Street with. I was from some hoes in the past. Like, damn, Cole, wish I know that you would be rich. Well, should ask. Like, he's our Jay-Z. He's our Nas, bro. Like, Cole, we're gonna be holding. We're gonna hold Cole in the same regard as we do Jay-Z in like 10 years. There's nothing like that's the end of the sentence. Like that's the end of the sentence, bro. Same thing with Kendrick. Same thing with Drake, bro. If you have any of those three on a song, you're gonna get attention like that. Oh, is it Kendrick verse? New Drake verse? When have you known a Drake verse to go under the radar? It doesn't matter a feature. What Drake verse doesn't? What J. Cole verse doesn't go under the radar? What Kendrick Lamar verse doesn't go under the radar? Or does go under the radar? I shouldn't say doesn't. It does go under the radar.
It's hard to think.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's not.
Because it means you'll take the time to listen.
Because it's so. I just think this shit is so crazy. But we're an hour and 16 minutes in this shit, and I'm trying not to let it go past an hour 30. But I do have to say this. This was long overdue. And thank you for finally making this happen.
That's all love, man. Thank you for scooping me from the airport.
That's big facts.
Thank you for scooping me, man. So we can make this happen, bro. That's all love.
We had to make this happen.
Oh, yeah.
We had to make this happen. This was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You can follow this man. I believe it's Brennon _Cole.
Brennon 2 Cole.
Yes. Not the number 2.
Number 2. Brennon 2 Cole.
Twitter. Everything.
Brennon 2 Cole.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Music is on the way.
On the way, man. We have two EPs out right now. Live from My Thoughts, Live from My Heart.
Mm-hmm.
We have music videos on top of music videos. We got about 4 music videos out right now. And next project, Live from My Soul. TBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're
Yeah.
just really in the process. Like I said, we're just connecting. We're connecting with the fans. We're getting.
But that's the plan. That's the plan, though.
The matter of time, apparel, clothing is what we're really focusing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just the branding, and just the marketing behind that, and on that aspect. But yeah, just one day at a time. It's a matter of time. Y'all stay on the lookout. Big things coming. Just stay on the lookout for this man right here.
Mm-hmm.
This man Hunt. That's all. You know. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for having me on.
Yeah. 83. 83. Like, for real. Rest in peace to the 8 and 2-4. For real. That one hurt. That one hurt a little bit. That stung a lot. Yeah, like not Kobe, bro. I wanted to watch Kobe like get old and shit. Then have a gray beard and shit. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see him at all the Laker games, old as hell. Tell me, bro. Come on, fam. Like I wanted to see him coach. I wanted to see that too. And I know that's sad to say because Kobe passed away, but like, come on, like as a tribute to him, like for real. Like I wanted to see him coach. I wanted to see him just get old and just be like old Kobe Bryant. I wanted to see that. What if he grew the diesel back, but it was gray? That should have been. Come on, fam. Do you see that shit at the Laker games every day? Come on, bro. That would put a smile on your face. That would have put a smile on your face. You'd be like, look, there's Kobe. Kobe's still at the Staples Center. And you figure out he owns it now. Like,
he deserves it. He deserves it.
Man, I can't wait to see what the statue would look like. I know it's gonna be there. I know it's coming. And the statue is gonna be beautiful. And I hope I get to take a picture right in front of it. That's gonna be tight. But definitely, I had to say that because rest in peace, Kobe. But it is after midnight, and Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Of course. I'm gonna put all of his social media links, Apple and music links in the description below. Um, this was a fantastic episode. This is exactly went the way that I wanted it to. So, thank you again, and this won't be the last time. This ain't the last time. Nah, there's many more to come. So, thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.